All right, let's get this. There we go. I'm gonna do this now. All right. Let there be light. And now we move this. You. Okay, no, this is not what we want. There we go. This is what we want. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Okay. Oh. All right, so it's gonna be a big long one today. First, let's get the Celia stuff out of the way. Yeah, Celia will be easy. There we go. Hey, Fog. Fog, no. Don't do that. There we go. Oh my god. There we go. Howdy, Xavier. Well, that's gonna probably be the best we get. All right, so that's out of the way. I thought I already mentioned these somewhere, but I guess not. I should probably include this in Fringe Folk Rebellion, because I'm like pretty sure these are literally identicals, except obviously no statues. All right, Crystal Tunnel will be next. Actually, you know what? Let's do Hideaway. I have no idea where we're going. We need it. There we go. Oh, God. I was hopeful. Also, before straight, I decided to spend all my my runes basically because I hit like max on like the 99 or something when I was getting myself into position. I was just like, okay, let me do it. And oh my god, I got like 5-6 level ups out of that. I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh well, I got the digger staff, I guess. Sure, we'll go with that. There we go. There we go. See, chat, I knew I could get some good shots here. All right, now let's just up. That wasn't what I wanted. Problem solved. There we are. It's funny how we're not finding a lot of cave moss, but we're finding a lot of this yellow moss instead. And that gets me just because I still am not entirely sure why it spawns. Like, why do we have budding moss here? What is the significance, you know? All right. All right, because then you get random little bits of the cave moss here, so I just feel like something like that, like the proportions and stuff, that's going to be important at some point, you know? Like somewhere down the line, it's going to be like, oh, like, is it because of the connection with gold in the past? Is that what makes the budding moss more common? Like, I have my questions. Because correct me if I'm wrong, we don't find it in Limgrave or Weeping Peninsula, right? Like, I can't think of a single instance of it showing up. But of course, we see it quite a bit in of course, Caelid and Altus. I don't remember. Also Gelmir. Yes, that's actually true because there's that cave where we find like a whole heckin' lot of it in one spot. So yeah, it just makes you think, you know. I forgot how big this all is. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say it. The environmental reference images are gonna be ridiculous for this one. There's just so much to keep track of here, and I just have so much I'm gonna have to go through and like prune and prune up the wazoo and delete. It's just so heckin' much. This should be safe. There we go. There we go. Good luck. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. It's just like, oh my god, it's so like just going. I was going through the Liurnia raw thing. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try to get everything here so I don't have to go searching through this general Liurnia thing. I'll be honest, I think I need to start thinking about making folders just for subdivisions of not necessarily areas, but like zones of the overworld. Because I limit to just areas. It's like, oh god, it's already big. I mean, I'm already doing subdivision folders. I'm already doing subdivision folders for the entirety of. Oh, well, never mind. I'm already doing subdivision folders for the entirety of like big legacy dungeons and stuff. So it's like, okay, I can totally get away with. All right, cool. All right, I think that's all for that one. Let's now go to our favorite, the Crystal Tunnel. Oh, right. Let's see. Whew. Yeah, but a lot of shots, no bugs. So far, so good. There we go. Oh, wait. There's that stupid item there. Of course. It's always an item, chat. It's always that one item, chat. That one item that ruins all of my plans. All right, we're gonna do it right this time. Now the good news is that due to the nature of the analysis, oh my god, I do it again. Why am I like this? I think I'll be able to get a lot of this done without needing to get too many in terms of boss fights or anything like that. Like, I'm pretty sure all the astrologer stuff, it's mostly just going to be the environmental shots. Obviously, we already got the big character shots with stuff like the different sorcerer classes. Though I guess we could always get sorcerers casting their sorceries for Olivinus and Carlos, right? I guess that's always possible. Don't worry, I'll be resetting for you too, buddy. There we go. Cuckoo Glintstone. I should probably mention the Cuckoo Glintstone thing in Melania in relation to what the Thessalian tunnel people were doing before bug people took over. All right, now. The bad news, of course, is that there are so many goddamn environmental shots and they can't get hyper-specific. I'm also doing some minor edits on the fly for the purposes of just getting all my my ducks in order with the data. I didn't realize they would use their staff like that. That's actually kind of neat. All right, I have ideas. Let's do this. Now, I guess the other good news is that if I can find the time to squeeze it in, I can work on other analysis on the side and have those ready. Huh, good to know. It is raining. Yeah, this looks good. Let's see. Come on. in case it ever comes up. I just find it fascinating how the lighting changes, you know? There we go. Yeah, don't want you. All right, so that I think should clear the Raya Lucaria tunnel. Sorry, no, Celia Crystal Tunnel and Hideaway. Crystal Buds in Liurnia. I could not see any shots I have of that specifically, but I can't imagine that's going to be hard to find. Like, I'm sure if I just walk around, I'll find some, right? Raid might actually even help us, you know. Well, and that's why it had to disappear. The one time I'm like, you know, maybe rain will be useful for at least finding some of the stuff. Not gonna lie though, it's not showing up yet. Granted, it might be more northern Liurnia, you know. Like I might just not be close enough. If you guys know any spots off the top of your head where we got lots of Liurnium buds to worry about. I imagine by the lake they'll be more common. For I would think obvious reasons. Oh, there we go. See, like that. Now I'm gonna remove the shadow. I like it there. Oh boy. Huh. That's where we just were, so I think that covers this entire area then. Yeah. Oh, that was close. Almost missed it. I did not realize how rare crystal buds can be, you know? There we go. No. I know it's probably just confirmation bias, but I feel like there's so much more common in Altus. Just in case. I'm always suspicious now when I see Crimson and Cerulean in the vicinity after coming to a realization. Uh-oh, I think I hear the doggo. 1 second. 1 second, chat. All right, now we're back into business. Crystal Buds? Oh, Crystal Buds, where are you? No, I don't care about you. Ah, there they are. There you are. All right. That covers that one. A little bit over there. Let's start from Scenic Isle. Yes, Sonny, what's wrong? Rah. Oh. There we go. You're not green, are you, Mr. Dragonfly? You wouldn't betray me like that. Nope, brown. I can recognize them from a distance at this point. They're not the big fat greenies. All right. There we are. Wow. Ah. Ow. Don't bite my toes when we're doing this. Sorry, Jet. I'm going. Ah. Wait. Yes, you are there. You're crazy. Like, why would you grow like this? I could have totally mistook you for like a million other things in this area. All right. All right. Mine. Well, we have to go. We have to take some shots here anyway, so do that. Ba ba ba. There we go. Something like that, yeah. Oh my god. What is it, Sunny? 1 second. I just don't know what came over there. Can't figure it out. There we go. Are you kidding me? There we go. Rain's gone. See, we can solve our problems. There we go. All right. All right. That covers that. Karian study halls next. Let's see. Something like this. That works. All right, 1 second, 1 second. Rah. I'm back. Also, this dog. This dog is the weirdest animal to try to keep entertained, I guess. Okay. You had so much today, Sunny, and you still want more. It's insane to me sometimes. Our young conifers. Ow. Sunny, you gotta be careful with where those teeth are biting. Nothing on the... Nothing on the crystal buds quite yet. Also, I noticed a cut content thing that mentioned the jellyfish appearing at dusk and stuff like that. I was kind of like, you know, how often do spirit jellyfish appear only at nighttime, you know? Like, how many do we have where it's like, okay, well, dusk has hit. These guys now will show up. Like, right now, it's ow, Sunny, be careful. Ow, ow, be careful, Sunny. Ow, 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 ow. But like right now, like, are these jellies here during the day? I don't think so. So they... Yeah, I don't remember all these jellyfish here during the day. If so, that means they only appear at night. And I'm kind of curious how many areas this happens, because we see plenty of them that are still out day or night, right? Like, it's not like they're exclusive during the day. I mean, yeah, during the night. So it's like, do they... Is the idea like they can appear at all times of day, but they appear more often at night? What about their little worm? Oh, there's one. What about their little worm equivalents? What about their little worm equivalents way back, let's do this. Yeah. What about their little worm equivalents way back in Realm of Shadow? There we go. Couldn't they, how'd I put it? Couldn't they also theoretically only appear at night in some places? But I don't remember that ever, like... I guess I haven't explored the Realm of Shadow during day and night enough to see it. Anyway, it just kind of got into my head about how all of this connects and what are so special about certain areas versus others that causes those jellies to spawn and what that means, right? Beautiful starry night. Just look at these stars in the night sky. There we go. Woo! Stopped. Just seen that coming. Hmm. Spirit tier things only appear at night. No, I'm talking about like the worms and the jellyfish. Spirit tears. Wait. Is there an enemy I'm forgetting, or is that something else entirely? Now you got me thinking I'm crazy, Xavier. Like what? Because we have, okay, so we have like the Spirit Springs, which Torrent uses to jump. Those aren't day or night bound. Like, what's a Spirit Tier? Or is it Spirit Tear? I don't know what that would be either. Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely out of the loop with spirits, clearly. Like, I completely forgot, and I've taken screenshots of this, of the fact that the lake here glows at night, which tells you just how little I've been considering how nighttime affects stuff. I really do need to start considering, like, all the different things that can happen at night. For sure. Alrighty, I think that's enough on the crystal buds for variety. Oh, the larval tier things. Oh, those only show up at night? Oh, really? Oh. Really? I always thought it was at any time you could loot those things. Or is it like they only glow the grave because they like the graves around them glow? Is it the idea that they only cause the graves to glow at night, but you can loot them whenever? Because that's pretty wild, if so. Also, I'm not sure you guys saw Acer's post or whatever, but apparently they were talking about, they were showing off like set stuff. And I'm like, oh, is that supposed to be Gate Town or whatever? I'm like, are they gonna CG in the water? Because that don't look like a lake in Lake Town yet. Oh wow, okay, that's good to know. Yeah, see, I thought that was an all-day thing as well. I thought it's like, oh, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna have to keep that in mind whenever I want to take, if I ever want to take shots of that stuff. I'm like, oh, gotta make sure it's set at night so that way it looks authentic. We can't let them know we stage all our lore. God, I love Liurnia from a compositional perspective. Like, it's so good. Speaking of good, if the dog doesn't drag me away from the mic, let us look. Let us look at this. All right, so oh, the Fort Light tree, can't forget that. Ice crystal buds on the mountaintops. And Snowfield. I think I have a few from Snowfield, so I don't think I need Snowfield. The windmill tower from Celia. I need to delete some of these that way. Crystal buds in Liurnia. That's enough for now of those. Crystal tunnel. No bugs. Yeah, I don't think Altus tunnel I can get anything good. Without the miners or anything. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Yeah, crystal tunnels are such an awkward thing for me. Just a lake of mud. Yeah. I'm like, are they gonna... I told Acer, I'm like, if they're gonna have to like CGI the water or something. Because you just walk you around like, it's like, guys, look, it's Liurnia Lake, but it's everything sunk and there's no lake. It's like, oh god. A lot of people are hopeful for the lore. I mean, I kinda am. Like, I've got questions about how they're depicting Marika. If that is supposed to be like Morgoth or Moog or whatever, it with her in that shot of going through town. I'd have a lot of questions about that otherwise. But again, when the film's out, we'll see for certain what they're going for. Oh. Yes, you have me, Doc. She is being the absolute menace that she knows she can be. I don't know why she's had so much done today. Like, it really feels like she should be kind of chill out, you know? Yeah, this'll do. This'll do. Alright. The thing that gets me about these crystal tunnels and stuff like that is because so much is dedicated. Because so much is dedicated to the mining or what have you. I'm not able to get a lot of shots of like just the tunnel separately, in terms of the actual crystal formations and stuff like that to work with. But we'll see if we can make this all jive. Apparently it's jibe officially. I prefer saying jive. Didn't realize that us in Western land also have a BV problem with our words. Old Altist. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so this. There we go. See, just some subtle lighting. Subtle lighting. That's all we need. All right. Hey, what's that? Sorry, chat. One second. Sorry, chat. She got like a thread thing. I don't know how that was attached to her shoe thing, but whatever. Whatever, not my problem. Nope. Probably came from the ball she chewed up. She had a rope ball and, well, I should say my last two Goldens also had that rope ball, but she's the one who finally decided she was going to tear that thing limb from limb. It's actually quite impressive in some ways. I think it's worth worrying about lore for the movie. Listen, either they have to find a way to make it completely irrelevant to anything, at which point it's like, what's the point? What's it adding? If it's going to not tie into absolutely anything, really, it's going to be 100% completely standalone. Just seems kind of pointless to be putting all that in, right? Or it's going to try to at least add something to the narrative. At which point, I'm kind of nervous. I know this works. All right, I tried. Gale tunnels next. Yeah, I think the problem is these tunnels are very clearly designed. Yeah, I think the problem is that these tunnels are just very clearly designed, you know, to be filled with stuff and everything. So it just leads to it being like, am I ever gonna get a good look at just the crystal and stuff without having to worry about all the tunnel stuff getting in the way? And the answer is always going to be no. I'm always gonna have to worry about that. Always fascinating. Yeah, and then we're out of there and it's just normal stuff from here. Yeah. All right. I wanted to see what I could get. Limgrave tunnels now. Surprisingly, I had a lot for Morn tunnel. There we go. Yeah, no? Okay. Oh, want to double check. Yeah, they also have the beards. There we go. Mm-hmm. Then we go this way. That's a dead end, right? Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's cool. Just a little higher. There we go. Perfect. All right, perfect. We know how this one goes. All right. So that covers all that with the mines. Perfect. Oh. All right, now we start looking at the conifers. All right, so I have a bit of a problem. And that namely is I seem to suck at taking pictures of these trees because outside of the shots I've taken with Liurnia and the lake and stuff like that, I am not happy with anything that I've actually got on this. It's nowhere near the level I need it to be. You know? Where is it? Where are you? All right. There we go. Hello, Wyvern. I like you. I like you, Mr. Dragon. All right. That's a hole in the wall, is it? Ah, yeah, it is. Okay. Uh-huh. It's funny. It's like loading both low poly and the regular trees at once, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's about it. Like, what else can I really do with this area, you know? The problem is that we have to deal with the eternal blizzard here. Yeah. I think I did a pretty good job, all things considered. Yep. There we go. All the way. Oh god, I think that's gonna kill me. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was the edge. No, it's keeping them loaded. There we go. All right. So that's done. Altus. Okay, this one should be easy. I've gotten shots before to show off the gold and stuff like this, but I want something that's specifically going to highlight. Yeah, actually, I like this. I like it raining here. You know, not let the gold... Yeah, let the backgrounds and everything really kind of hammer home. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, I like this. I think this works. Just swell. Okay, now... next would be... actually don't remember what we had here. So Altus Conifer is done for now. We'll keep looking a while. Karian Study Hall, Snowfield, good. Oh yeah, there was some I noticed in Farm Azula I never got shots focusing on, so I kind of want to get those recorded as well. In the meantime, going back to what we were talking about with the film, as I said, I've suggested some possible ideas on a way to smoothly incorporate it into canon in a meaningful way that people would actually be kind of interested to get answers to. But you know, whatever it is, as long as it feels like it's actually like, yeah, that was worth all the time and budget and stuff. Because if it's just gonna be a silly like fan service film of look, it's that place, and it's in the flesh or whatever, it's like, okay, this is just another vacuous, just another pointless there we go, just another pointless live action film that didn't really need to exist. There we go. All right. Nothing too crazy. Oh, okay, good. I thought she might have brought something in or something. I was like, where did you get that? But no, that's fine. Yeah, I think the Altus stuff is pretty good. think we're pretty solid on that. Yeah, got that covered there. That's covered. Other areas we have covered. In that case, oh, we still have mountaintops. I didn't realize that's on the list. Okay, yeah, let's do mountaintops, then Farm Azula. Nah, we don't need shots of that, I think. I think what I was getting the point across, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think anything else would be too distracting. Okay. Farm Azula it is then. Yeah, there we go. And these were the one. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Should have known. I should have known. Huh? Oh, right, because I sent you back up. Good. Jeez, chat. Why burn? Why burn? Or who knows, maybe even lightningify. Oh, you know what? That explains it. So I had in my head for the longest time, I was like, there was a reason for why those trees look like they're burned more than anything. Over in over with Altus and stuff like that. There's that area that looks like water from the seething river, ends up overflowing and flooding into Wyndham, and then into Wyndham it seems to spill over into the valley before Shaded Castle, where all those trees are dead, and we see like the water, of course, and there's the regrowing of the bushes and things, and crabs are making up the ecosystem, right? And I was like, why why would they use the burned tree models here? Like, what is it? And I had a reason. There was a reason for it. And it just so happened that separately, I had also had idea where I was like, there's a reason for why they have land sacks showing up over at the corner first thing. Obviously beside the Welcome to Altus type of episode, you know, like just an actual like more grounded reason for why they decide to have land sacks there, right? And I was like, I had answers to both of these, but thanks to my goldfish memory, it completely slipped my brain. But now looking at this and thinking about it, I was like, oh, right. Land sacks burning the area because of the Banished Knights and people who are fighting off with the camps, the Langdale forces in camp there. And then you have Wyndham who are allied with the Banished Knights and stuff like that, trying to put out the fire in the forest and stuff before it kills all their peeps or whatever, right? And it ends up causing you know, water management and stuff. It's like, okay, it's fine, we can fix the water flooding in our town or whatever. But then of course Deathroot comes in and is killing everybody, and yeah. So I had completely 100%, I admit, I forgot. That had completely slipped my brain. Yeah, something like this. Perfect. I have a shot at something like that. Wonder if I should maybe go for something like this instead. Anyway. So yeah, I'm glad it's all coming back to me now. Dragon is missing most of its health. Yeah. Still injured, still fighting. Like I was like, there was a story here. Like I know they're trying to tell us something. I just cannot think of what. But now it's all coming back to me because like Lansax is helping out and she's like, you know, in the region, stuff like that for Langdell. All right, so that covers. Man, I am so happy about that. Like, you have no idea. That was bugging me for the longest time because I had answers to both of these, but I just didn't put two and two together that they're both connected because I forgot. Chat, I can never trust myself. I can always forget some of the most obvious things to my brain. All right, so let's see. I say Fort Lighttree. Then we'll go back to mountaintops to look for ice crystal buds. I'm sorry, rind crystal buds. Gotta get it right. Okay, so these, like, this is daytime, but they're still here. Yeah, okay. I don't trigger our friend, the chariot. There we go. Yeah. So literally, as long as you're approaching from the front. All right, just double checking, make sure they don't, because I'm pretty sure this is the only time they use that tree there, but just in case. Yep, didn't see it. Okay. All right. Yep, okay. And now... let's start Forbidden Lands, just because I don't think there's any crystal buds or anything you can loot here. But just in case I'm forgetting something. Like, from what I recall, this land is pretty, dare I say, barren. Oh. Do we see any of these types of effects used outside of here and Raya Lucaria? More. Like, for example, here, this is a path that both we know people of faith and people of intelligence and sorcery travel down. I believe that's it. That's what I thought too, so good to know. Good to know. Thank you. All right, now begins the search. Oh God. Okay, this one we have to put at night. I don't think I'll be able to see. I think I'll be able to see them otherwise. Nope. No, that's the rhyme bud, the Roa. No. Okay, yeah, so the peak could, the cauldron could still supply the spark, because I was like, that's a little weird to grow in the ruins, especially considering how late the ruins seem to be. Obviously the village is much older, but you know, the ruins are post-shattering, it looks like. Yeah, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure on Flame Peak you still have little sparks and stuff like that, right? So that alone could justify it. Also, there's somewhere back here. I want to make note of that because if these things disproportionately appear here and on the mountaintops compared to other areas, I kind of want to have that recorded. Yeah, I knew. I was like, because that kind of adds to like the vague water association, which means we might have to reframe our thought process of why is this here to tell us what's the source of water for the, like, look at that. Third one in like a, what, 100-meter radius maybe? Like, that's a lot. That's just the ones I noticed. There could be more. It's just this opening section. But I'm pretty sure finding them in this concentration is exceptionally rare. Still no rhyme crystal buds, by the way. I guess there's no crystal on this part of the mountaintop. I'm looking forward to working on fire giants, by the way. That's gonna be fun. I just know it. I'm gonna have fun with that one. I just know it. Midday, by the way. Wait. No, okay, that's probably just the snowfall. For a second, I thought I saw the butterflies. I swear I'm going crazy. All right, we're getting off our little island there. Is it the first time we see smoldering butterflies in this area? Actually, more importantly, is this the first time we see one of those red rocks in this area? Because theoretically, they should. What I mean is like getting the analysis and everything undergoing and stuff like that. Like with fire giants, I'm really looking forward to. No, we have some of them here. Yeah, like there's some here. All right. Just want to confirm there. There are also smoldering butterflies at the rim of the forge. Oh. Yeah, this is... I have to pay really close attention. Yeah, we've seen them here. Like, my one thought would be like, okay, well, maybe they had like a brazier placed there, but they removed the brazier but forgot to remove the butterfly, right? Like maybe something like that happened, right? Like, I'm always trying to rationalize this stuff, but I don't know, that just seems so hyper specific place to put that there, and it just seems like there's really not enough space for a brazier. Then again, that might be why it was removed. They were like, this isn't working. Especially when a player is trying to avoid getting shot by an arrow. You don't want anything that could potentially slow him down, maybe. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so there's definitely... Okay. Oh. I am going crazy, that is true. Well, certainly you could even argue that I am already crazy. But still. Oh. Ta-da. And no more blue butterflies here. I'm always suspicious when it comes to the openings of these levels, because especially after Altus, where they very specifically have that, let's just call it ash for the sake of it for now, the ash particles rising from the ground in the opening section of Altus, day or night, and only that section. It's very clear they're trying to set tones oftentimes at these areas, right? Which is, you know, common sense for storytelling, right? Want to get the player in a frame of mind. And it's fascinating to me to see how they're setting up some of this stuff. And no crystal Rhinebud yet. That's what's crazy to me. Another one of these butterflies. Like, I'm seeing a pattern. Well, actually, it's obvious it used to be a nascent butterfly because of the blue ambient glow around them, and they forgot to disable. Oh my god. Is that really there? I did not notice. Let me look. You're telling me they misplaced a butterfly? That would make so much more sense. I didn't even consider them making a mistake like that, because I was like, how could they? But you're right, they made that mistake with the Godric banner in the Liurnian camp, so it's possible. Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah, they had the red butterflies going because they were going to do it for the forges and stuff, right? So it didn't stick out to them as too odd when they were doing QAs and stuff. Because it's such a minor, easy to miss little thing. Oh my god. You know, that could get people paranoid, you know? Like wondering if, what other items they might have accidentally misplaced that should be something else. Like, yeah, you have to think about it. If it wasn't for that glow there, I would have brushed it off as totally legitimate and not an error in any way. Like, imagine if you don't have those context clues, like with the Godric banner thing. But that kind of seals the deal then. Because that means it's what, like three on the island, 1 on the bridge, and then 1 as soon as we get off the bridge. So that's 5. 5 in just the opening section. I don't think there's any other area in the game where we find them that quickly. Maybe in the Shifra and Ainsel rivers, and I'm not remembering, but like, that's a pretty... You think the glow is there? No, I think the butterfly itself is the error then. Now that you mentioned with the glow, I'm like, oh, okay. Because you're not going to... Okay, you're not going to... Like, here's the thing. You're not going to just put a random smoldering butterfly there without justification. And I can't think of any justification of flame there, except, oh, maybe like randomly it just so happens that the forge left a spark, and instead of spawning a flower, it spawned a butterfly. But that doesn't really make sense because, again, correct me if I'm wrong, we don't really see smoldering butterflies just randomly around in these areas either, right? They're always connected to some flame source, you know? And the fact they went to the trouble of putting the glow tells me that probably the intent was for it to be the blue butterflies. But whoever, because I've seen it before. It's like sometimes like when people are putting down assets, it's literally like a scroll wheel type thing where you just like scroll through like a bunch of them real quickly, and then you just kind of like drop them, and it becomes like, you know, force of habit. What that means is you can quickly be going through an area and you end up accidentally scrolling like one more than you intended or one short of how much you need to, and it's like, oh, you just put the butterfly, right? It just kind of like your brain just kind of registered it being like, oh yeah, butterfly, fine. You don't even take into consideration, oh wait, the color's wrong, it's the wrong kind or something like that. So I think like taking that all into consideration, it's more likely that the butterfly's in error and not the glow. I guess you could say the glow's in error by extension now, but point is, I think that's supposed to be another blue butterfly. They put down the glow, they were putting the butterfly, or maybe they put the butterfly and then the glow, or they were doing so quickly. And well, yeah. Where are these rhyme crystal buds? Do rhyme crystal buds just not exist? Another blue with the glow in it. Yeah, you're right. The glow too. Like, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna be so paranoid now. I'm gonna be like, is there a blue on this butterfly? Was it supposed to be a blue butterfly? I'm fighting more of these butterflies than I'm finding rhyme crystal buds. I'm so angry. You don't even sell them. Even the merchant betrays me. God, this is ridiculous. Well, that seems to really be putting a deep connection, at least with these butterflies in the snow, at least. That much, at least, I'm getting from all this. There's a mixed version, which is super effed. Like, mixed as in, like, a mix of butterflies, or, like, a mix where, like, the glow, it's, like, a red with a blue glow again, right? Oh, I'm surprised that killed me. I will do it from up here. I hope it's not something like you get the flame butterfly, the poison, the raw butterfly, and the blue butterfly all in like one single spot, because that would be pretty effed. I wonder where that could even be. Maybe Caelid? Also, guys, did I just dream it up? I could have swore rhyme crystal buds are harvested in this area. Did I just, like, imagine it? Do I have to look up farming sources for Crystal buds. Ah. Oh god. Like the problem is, like, normally I'd be like, oh, just check around bushes and tree forest area, right? But all the trees are spirits. They lost their bark. They're no longer corporeal. I don't know if they would still be growing around here. Yes, it's a single harvestable butterfly, but it's the translucent and bright blue nascent butterflies together. Oh, so it's a mix of that. Okay. So at least it's all the nascent, though. For a second, I thought that was a butterfly in the corner of my eyes. I swear the butterflies are going to drive me up a wall. Like, what are these things, like the red glintstone, and like you can only harvest them once? Like, do I need to like smack Trina and make her like cough them up or something? That's so funny. Can't use my my horse because I'm too close. Oh, there's one of the astrologer village buildings, another near the elevator to the mountaintops in the Forbidden Lands. Oh. That means we can add even more being associated with the snow area then. That's crazy. Also, I've never looted this. I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised with myself. There's a 10 in there, right? Yeah. The first servers. Gonna have to mention that. Erdtree early adopter buried there. Buried behind the castle. Oh. Well, there's your you were saying something about a combination before? Yeah, that is also considered a single butterfly. That is so funny. Obviously, I don't remember any prawn in the snowfield. I remember crabs, I remember land octopuses. I don't remember prawn. I remember prawn in mountaintops for sure. Am I just wrong then? Are they not able to be looted? Like the Fulgur blooms or other items here on the mountaintops? Is it because everything's a spirit here? Frost lobsters. That's another way to put them. I do vaguely recall finding butterflies here. She died. Nope. Don't care. No sisters here. There you are. Well, what did you say? Whew. Man, times are tough, huh? When times are so tough, you're eating the flowers. Damn. Just in case this becomes relevant when working on Fire Giants. Almost hit the same mistake twice. Yeah, I'm starting to think there are no crystal buds here, only in consecrated snowfield. The wiki says they're found around the giant arch trees. Oh my goodness. That is consistent with the screenshots I have. That makes sense because all the trees have turned spirit here. So it seems like only those that are growing around... Only those growing around the arch trees are seemingly able to not turn spirit. No, that's not true because they do turn spirit there. They do. I remember. So it has to be because the buds are actually supposed to be buds of arch trees then. Because I do remember Rhyme Crystal buds having a spiritual stem. Okay. So Rhyme Crystal buds aren't here. That's normal size scarab, I'm pretty sure, so. Yeah, we know Borealis, we know. Yeah, I know. I guess that makes sense of all the trees in your area. Also makes sense because how the hell would these prawn be here and alive so much if it wasn't before the lake froze over and all that stuff and everything was becoming snowy, right? That's another thing, is the question of what it's gonna be. A fairy. I just got that feel. I got the feel it's all gonna be fairies. Why do the rivers seem to stem there from here, it's a fairy. Like, there's gonna be something about ice, snow, and a fairy. I just know it. I even get the feeling Seething River might be caused by a fairy, and thereby all of Liurnia Lake. Like, it's. I feel it in my bones, chat. For a second, I thought I saw butterflies again. I'm truly losing it, Chad. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm going crazy. Oh, these are just cracks and stuff. Okay. I'm gonna try in here. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to climb myself out of here afterward, but that's fine. Yeah, the moss we had shots of and stuff. Blue flowers, very typical on waterfronts, although obviously could have even more significance with the combination of sorcerers and just weird spirit crap going on here. No crystal buds, though. That makes sense to me only so far as I assume the Founding Reign of Stars was done after this area turned into Frozen. After it froze over. Alright, we got our normal conifers here. The thing is, we do have some crystal moss, which confirms that there was crystal in this area, so it did exist. The problem is we can't find any crystal buds here because there aren't any trees that would crystallize, it looks like. No new trees being born, at least, that were growing. Whereas we do know the ancient trees seem to still... God, that's spooky with the wolves. And look, more budding! It's always budding! You know, it makes you wonder what causes snakes, these snake guys to become spirit caller snails, you know? Because correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, they have everything about them's the same, other than maybe they look a little whiter. I can tell that's just the... I can tell that's just an effect on the normal one, or if that's an actual texture thing. So the spirit water has to do something with that. But then we also find them in graveyards and catacombs too. So like, could they be theoretically in any graveyard or catacomb? And it just so happens that we only find them in 2. Oh, no, that's fine. And not a single Rime Crystal bud this entire time. Well, now I know. Now I know. Information for the future. Yeah, see, red butterflies here because the slugs are going around and they're causing the grass to set on fire, and the fire then spawns them, right? Like, there's always a reason. All right. I'm gonna have to edit my section then regarding the ice crystal buds. I mean, technically, it's still accurate in saying that they do grow on the mountaintops because consecrated snowfield and all that, but I might be able to make it more accurate if I just say on the mountains. Yeah, fire monk area. Then now I'm gonna be like, is it actually because of fire monks? There we go. Gonna have to check Nardi's things for nascent butterfly drops now too to go along with that. All right, and then if I remember correctly, sparks or embers. Yeah, as soon as we enter here, the snowstorm ends and it. Okay. Yep, more butterflies. Alright, took a little bit of scaling, but... And they're obviously not going to have any searchable items in the boss arena and stuff, so... Ow. What do you know? The blue butterflies pretty much disappear once we start entering the fire part of the area. Maybe I'm just very unlucky in where I'm looking. Oddly consistent, though. Oh, I'm so tempted to ask Zuli about getting the butterfly numbers for placements in the lands between, you know. All right, well, we now have our idea. See, this is why it's so good that I do these reference imaging stuff, not only for you guys' education, but for mine. And there they do. They just grow everywhere we can find them. Thought I heard you, buddy. Especially the big spirit trees have crystals. Yeah, but what that tells me is they freeze and they start ghostifying sometime in the middle of their adult cycle, right? It's not like they, well, maybe they did, you know, quote unquote, but like they're already like they've gotten past the bud stage by that point before that happened, but no more buds seem like they happened since then. But yeah, it tells me a lot that they're growing in abundance around the only trees so far that haven't turned into spirit trees. And of course, with obvious actual buds here. Yeah, that reinforces it to me. Yeah. Mountains weren't always snowy. 100%. I don't think I need to add a section yet talking about the spiritifying of the trees. I was hoping I could avoid that for the time being, you know? Wait, what? Yeah, around there is where it is, right? Yeah. Or is it over here? No. No, yeah. We're okay, no, it's over here. Okay. So this would be too far. Yeah, it's down here. Okay. And I'm like over this area. Mm-hmm. And there are no none of the flowers here, I notice now. So yeah, they trade in the mountaintops. What do they call them? Fire blossoms. Yeah, fire blossoms. For the Rime crystal buds. Apparently spirit jellyfish in this area drop trina lilies instead of the normal stuff, which yeah, I could buy that. I think because normally it's gravewort. Oh. Fascinating. Because that stems from the minor Erd tree here, right? And we see that a lot of the mountaintops, and of course we don't see the buds happening. And uniquely rune 3s. Rune 3s aren't really special though. That's what I find kinda eyebrow raising. Like, I'm pretty sure they're just pretty basic, like, oh, the tree's over there on the yonder. Right? All right, let's check by the minor Erd tree then, because obviously we're going to see a lot more of those roots, and if the roots have more, yeah, I've taken shots of that before, so I'm just now paranoid because I've seen so many now. Oh my god. Also, yeah, you can see clearly ghostly. Like, why the cliffside graves? Like, why you want to put them around there specifically? Answer me. They already have shot at you guys, so I'm not gonna bother. Oh, you're pretty far out, but you're... All right. Nothing here because there's no. Oh, okay. Yeah. Alrighty. After giving it so much thought, I can only conclude that they wanted to do it because this was the area where they were allowed to put the Rhyme Crystal buds. Because the minor Erd tree in the other area has so many more. So it's a bit weird that it doesn't have the same phenomenon then, when it's also not spirity. It's even more fascinating to me because, like I said, you can very clearly see the spirit stuff to these guys. Right, like it doesn't matter which one you're looking at, you're like, oh, it's a ghost. It's a ghost branch, right? Yeah, nothing around the phantom tree still. Okay. All right. All right. All right. That drove me a little crazy. I know I've said that a lot, but like it's true. Like this is getting to me. All right, let's do the two easy things, then we're done. Let's do the marionettes in the cemetery. And I want to do afterward. There we go. You know, I say Deathroot in here. Maybe it'd be more I could say Rising Dead or there we go. Damn, that might have been the perfect shot. Never mind. There we go. Oh yeah, that. There we go. And with that, oh. While I'm here. There you go. Let's get grabbed. So far, we've been getting all the shots for the first half, but this will be in the second half, so. Oh, and you do magic, and it inflicts. Do they do magic damage when they attack? Oh. Of course. Of course, one has the golden eyes. Can't ever be that simple, can it? We can't ever have it easy now, can we? we go. It's rather fascinating because he doesn't even hold on to you at that point. Like, he's just kind of leaning on you very ominously before biting into you like a zombie. Not you. Fascinating. All right, just swing at me. Oh, no, they're doing the grab. I saw them do a normal attack, though. Chat, is there the one more thing with me? It's always, oh, wait, this other thing I can do. And it turns into this type of shit show. All right, listen. This academy ain't big enough for like the 20 billion of us. Also, yeah, I blood's off, so. All right, buddy. Listen, giving you a shot here. Come on, hit me. Hit me. I can't tell now what's a grab and what's not with them anymore now. Like, that doesn't look like it should be a grab. All right. Come on, friend. You can do it. Uh-huh. Grab? Yeah, grab. Oh, that's another thing now. Consider grab attack on inclines might be screwing it. That's another kind of eureka moment we're having here. Damn. Oh my god. I saw you do a little magic damage effect. That's something that I need to confirm. Oh my god, you dumbass. Couldn't do it. Oh, not that. There we go. How do you miss? I'm dealing with a dumbass. Okay, but pretty sure now both arms up means gonna go for the grab every time. Doesn't matter what animation thing it is. It looks like it's always, if he has both arms up, it'll chain into a grab. Which means how we solve this is very simple. There we go. Put it on normal speed. It just looks so dumb the way we both crouch like that, you know? It's like, yeah, sure. That's how that works. Oh, that's a little bite he does. Oh. Oh my gosh. Did not work that way. All right. Oh yes, I'm not impressed with the mild. Oh, there's the munchie. There we go. That looks good. All right, come on. All right, slow ass zombie man. Come on, go for the bite again. No, don't like it. Ah, damn. There we go. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. All right. Cool. So I should mention that too, that they does, I don't know if it does magic damage, but it definitely has like a little magic effect. right. Yeah, we know. And that's it for the marionettes, right? Yeah. They're in the opening section of the Church of the Cuckoo, and that's about it. Okay. All right, well, and with that, I think we're gonna call it to a close. What was the last one? Smithing stones growing out of the rock. Yeah. I mean, I want to do this probably on a character who I haven't probably gone through and taken smithing stone out of tunnels yet, so probably gonna handle that next time. Yeah, I didn't think they would change up your loot table. Be kind of cool if they did, but I wasn't expecting it. All right, well, that's it. Gonna wrap things up here. Okay, it's probably... I said maybe get it done by Wednesday. I don't think I can get it done by tomorrow. It's just not happening. I'll be honest, with how much it's gonna take from me and how much time I have available, I think we might have to push it back to next week. I really don't want to, but like I said, if I slow it down, I might even take breaks and just work on other stuff instead. That way I can have all that stuff ready, so when Astrologers is done by the end of this month, we could just close out the month with just post after post after post, as many as I can get out, pump out. But yeah, for now, I think that's going to be good. That should help cover the first half, and then the second half, when we get into the more of the academy stuff, I'll have to go through and organize it. But for now, I'm probably just going to focus on getting that first half done, and then yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. Until then, guys, catch you next time.